Hello and welcome to KDN News broadcasting live from Right Christian School. On a week where Kenyans stared at looming ugali shortage, my name is Penny Michelle.
And my name is Pismore. I look at stories making headlines. 2 million Kenyans face food crisis as retailers increase flour prices. Farmers set to access easy credit facilities. Cancer Center in honor of Bob Collymore. Kenyans are now staring at food crisis as Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mwangi Kionjuri and Chairman of the Strategic Food Reserve Trust Fund Noah Wekesa clash over importation of maize. The CS has said that the country needs to import 19 million bags of maize to achieve food stability, but Wekesa has opposed the move, insisting that the country has enough food to serve the country for the next 2 months. Our reporter with more on that story.
On Wednesday, July 10th, the CS told Kenyans to brace themselves for higher prices for maize flour, blaming it on the delay by cabinet to pass resolutions for maize importations, which will worsen the situations. Speaking to members of press alongside leaders from the maize-growing areas of Rift Valley, Wekesa accused Kionjuri of creating an artificial shortage to warrant importation of the grain for his selfish gain.
If you were to bring in 12 million bags, what would you do with them? 12 million bags, and we are going to start buying maize from farmers in 2-3 months' time. You bring in 0.5 million bags.
This comes against a backdrop of a report by the National Drought Management Authority (NDMA) that shows the number of people staring at food crisis is likely to hit 2 million this month, and reports that the country is set to run out of maize stock.
This country always have a deficit of 12 million bags of maize. That is for human consumption, and also have another shortage of 7 million for animal feeds. Therefore, it's a total of about 19 million bags that we have been importing year in, year out. Today, Uganda faces the same problems. Tanzania, now they have maize, but distributed across the country. You don't know which corner of the country to go and get maize. So it becomes very expensive. Number 2, you have to bring them with lorries. Number 3 is that you also have to understand that the person owing posho mill down in the village cannot afford to go to Tanzania to get maize. And who is getting the maize? They are traders and millers. And therefore, that shortfall is not yet filled completely, but you can feel it through the price of unga.
Reporting for KDN News, my name is Patience Aga.
Still on matters agriculture, smallholder agribusiness in the region could gain easier access to credit after the European Union EU offered 5.7 billion Kenya shilling for a financing scheme through a facility known as Kenya Agriculture Value Chain Facility. The facility launched by the European Investment Bank in Nairobi means agricultural companies in Africa could not get funding to deal with specific investment gaps that have forced most investors in the sectors to either go slow or quit altogether. Our reporter on the story.
Farmers will now be in position to access credit easily if all goes as planned. Catherine Collin, the European Investment Bank Regional Representative for East Africa, says the program will involve local lender Equity Bank to implement the Kenya Agriculture Value Chain Facility to help farms in agriculture expand their business while adopting latest technology.
The partnership we signed today is worth 25 million euros for part financing of agricultural value chain investment. And it's not just of significance to Equity Bank, it's of more significance to Kenya's agricultural sector.
Under the new finance program, agriculture companies across Kenya will be able to access loans with maturities of up to 7 years.
And we as a bank have aligned our strategy with this national agenda to focus on growing the agribusiness portfolio through servicing all segments of the value chain, from retail to SME to large enterprises and to also corporate banking customers.
Reporting for KDN News, I am Evan Jerry.
Now to matters health. A week after the death of Safaricom boss, Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o wants oncology center built in one of the leading local universities in honor of the late Safaricom CEO Bob Collymore.
An oncologist is a doctor who treats cancer and provides medical care for a person diagnosed with the disease. Mr. Anyang' Nyong'o applied to Safaricom Foundation to choose an university anywhere in Kenya and dedicate it to build Bob Collymore's School of Oncology. Reporting for KDN News, I am Presley Kamau.
That is all we had for you this week. Keep it KDN TV and have a blessed week. My name is Peace Moore.
And my name is Finny Michelle.
Good evening.